Oh, Leica lenses. All right, let's see here. 35. Oh my God, there's all these kind. 28, 24, 21, 40. Oh, 50. Oh, there's so many. I don't know. When you're building your photography kit, a lot of new photographers struggle with what lenses to get. I'm talking about what are the best focal lengths to get. There's a lot of debate on this topic, but I think you can get by with 2 to 3 lenses in your kit and be ready for most situations. The first lens is what I call your base lens. This is your go-to, your everyday carry focal length. And for me, that's the 35mm. I have several 35mm lenses, but if you're just starting out, all you need is one. So why do I go with 35mm? For the kind of work I do, the 35mm focal length is like a Swiss Army knife. I found out it works well with buildings and environmental portraits. It just fits in with a lot of different applications. So these are my feelings on the 35mm focal length. It's a Goldilocks focal length, meaning it's just right. It's not too wide, not too telephoto. There's very little distortion and not much compression, and it's always ready if something pops up. Now, if 35mm is not your flavor, I get it. There's other focal lengths you can start off with as your everyday carry, and that's 28mm and 50mm. If you look at the other great Leica photographers of yesteryear, you'll see that 28mm and 50mm are also great focal lengths as well. Henri Cartier-Bresson was a die-hard 50mm user, and street photographer great Gary Winogrand was a dedicated 28mm shooter. So what do you need to do? You need to do some soul searching. You need to find out what focal length suits you the best. A great way to find that out is you can go into your Lightroom catalog and take a look at your most recent images. Take note of what focal lengths you've been shooting at. Even if you've been using a zoom lens in the past, take a look with the metadata what focal length you've been gravitating to. If you're still undecided, then I would go with 35 because that just sends it right down the middle, and you can see if 35 is not tight enough, then you're more of a 50 shooter, and if 35 doesn't feel wide enough after using it, then you want to go more with your 28. But again, this video can't tell you what's the best focal length. That's up to you. So many photographers worry about not being ready or not having the right focal length they need for something that pops up in front of them. Well, if your 35mm is on the camera and it's not wide enough and you can't step back enough to get it all in the shot, then you just shoot a panorama sequence and stitch it in. Most of the time this is going to be either a large building or something that you're very close to that you can't get it all in the shot. So a panorama will easily take care of that. So you don't have to worry about not having a super wide lens with you. Now, since we decided we're going to go with 35mm, what other lenses are great companions to the 35mm? What's the second lens you should buy? Well, I would recommend the 90mm. Enter in the 90 Summit f2.4. For me, the 90mm lens opens the door up to a portrait style focal length. And when on the street, it gives me those tight shots. With the 90mm, you're getting a natural telephoto close-up image, something that's compressed. And you also, speaking of compression, get the compression of the telephoto lens, which you don't get with cropping. I know some of you will hate me in the comments for this, but if you're shooting just a 35 or a 28, like a Leica Q2 shooter, and you crop in for a telephoto style shot like you would get with a 90, you are losing some image quality compared to if you just use the 90. So that's why I recommend your second lens to be a telephoto lens, so you have the full megapixels of your sensor at the tighter focal length. So this is my 2-lens kit, 35mm and a 90. Now this combination here I feel is a nice lightweight kit. You can take it anywhere, it doesn't weigh you down, and you can be ready for many photography situations. So 35mm and 90mm is not the only 2-lens kit. There's many other really effective combinations, and here are some more. You'll see I mentioned 75mm. That's a real popular, unique to Leica focal length. People like 75 because it's not as tight as the 90 and it's a little bit easier to get critical focus with. Now looking at our camera bag here, we got room for a third lens. So what would be my third lens? Well, I would suggest the 21 Super Elmar. Why the 21? The 21 doesn't have a lot of image distortion for a wider lens. And yet this is a lens that when you're out on the streets, you're going to be able to get a lot of wide subjects, especially architectural subjects or very close up shots. You'll have enough space to get everything in with the 21. Now we talked about shooting panoramas. If you're going to shoot a panorama with a 21, I don't recommend it because there are some differences of the image in the corners that will affect the stitching. I would recommend either a 35 or a 50 if you're going to do any type of stitching. Don't do it with your 21. The fly was annoying me. So here it is, your 3-lens kit. This is my go-to kit. I take with me everywhere I go. I got my 35, my everyday workhorse lens, ready for anything, always on the camera. My 90mm where I can do portraits or anything that's far away where I need a tight shot or I need compression. And I got my 21mm when the 35 is not enough, I can't get something in and I don't want to do a panel stitch, I can use the 21 to get those larger subjects in. So I'm ready for everything. Whether it be on the street or traveling, the 3-lens kit in these focal lengths is going to do it for you. Here's some other 3 great lens combinations. You can see they all center around either 28, 35, or 50 and have lenses on either side of that primary focal length. So you can see the 3-lens kit I think is the way to go. You'll be ready for any photographic situation, whether it be street photography, landscape, or even travel photography. You're ready to go with these 3 focal lengths. Now if 3 lenses are not for you, you can always eliminate the wide and you can get away just fine with the 2 lenses. So put in the comments what your focal lengths are. What do you carry in your bag? What's your go-to focal length? You're going to see every photographer is going to be vastly different. Some people are going to say, I'm not a 35mm shooter, it's garbage, I'm a 50mm shooter, or I'm a 75mm shooter, or a 28, whatever. It's kind of like ice cream. Everybody likes a different flavor, but they're all good. One great thing about these 3 prime lenses is they all take the same filter size, 46mm. I carry 2 filter kits with me. One black and white filters and the other ND filters and circular polarizer. In the black and white filter stack are all the colored filters that I use in the black and white photography world, whether it be film or digital. These are the red, the orange, the yellow, green, all the colored filters that have various effects on contrast in black and white photography. In the second filter stack are ND filters. I carry a 3, a 6, and a 10 stop ND filters. You can get these cool little caps from Amazon that screw to the front and the back of your filter stack. And you can put all the filters together, eliminating the need to carrying filter pouches or boxes or anything like that. Having this nice little slimline stack in your bag takes up a lot less room, and it's really easy for you to carry them around. I'll put a link down below to Amazon where you can get these. They're pretty cheap. So this is my modern 3-lens set. Now when I'm doing the Forgotten Americana project, as you know, if you've been watching my work, you see I like to shoot with the older vintage Leica lenses to give this old timeless look, which I really, really love. So the sharp, sterile, optically correct images of the modern lenses are great, but they don't really fit my need for the Forgotten Americana images. So I have a second 3-lens set, and that is made up of older retro lenses. So since 35mm is my go-to focal length, I have the 35 Summilux version 2, which dates back to the 1970s. And this lens pretty much sits on my monochrome camera and really doesn't come off very much. I also have the steel rim remake, which this primarily I use for color photography now. And last but not least, I also have the 35mm Summicron version 4 King of Bokeh. This is the German model. One thing to note about retro lenses, you want to stay away from aspherical and apo lenses if you want that vintage Leica look. So you can see I really like 35mm, especially in the retro lenses. It's nice having a little bit of a choice before I go out. Now do note I never take all of them out with me at the same time. It's usually only one that comes out. So when I'm doing the 3-lens kit, I also do 90 and 21mm, but instead of the Super Elmar and the Elmarit, I do the 90mm Thambar, which this is the remake model. The 90mm Thambar I really love. When you stop the lens down to a wider aperture, you get this dreamy glow effect that you never really see in the modern lenses like the Elmarit. And then for my wide, for 21 millimeters, I have this 21 millimeter Elmarit. And those are my black and white lenses I pretty much do for my Forgotten Americana project. All right, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed the 3-lens kit. And just remember, if you can't do the 3 lenses, try the 2, or find some combination thereof that works for you. But just know, you don't need to have a wide gamut of lenses in your bag to be prepared for different shooting situations. You just need 1 or 2 lenses even, and you're gonna get by with most of the things that you'll encounter that you're gonna shoot. And please like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot and helps us out since we're small and we're still growing. All right, I got some hungry goats behind me I gotta feed. I'll see you later.